There is a quote that says leadership is based on inspiration, not domination, on cooperation and not intimidation. For decades, our society has pondered what the year 2020 would look like. Would we have flying cars? Would we be relocated to Mars? Would robots eventually rule the world? Our curiosity remained imaginative just as much as it was anticipatory. Yet, I'm sure none of us anticipated the realities that we face today. In the midst of self-isolation, toilet paper shortages, and emergency grocery runs gifted by a global pandemic, the class of 2020 remained focused, saw abundance in the midst of such physical and emotional turmoil, and has now reached the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new one. If that's not leadership, then I don't know what is. We are the generation that is graduating without ever having a graduation. We are the generation that is facing the trials and tribulations of life head-on without the knowledge of what tomorrow will bring. None of us were meant to be common. We have been forced to embrace optimism at its finest and recognize the beauty of the unknown. What exactly does it mean to be a student? Well, the dictionary describes it as a person who attends a school, college, or university. However, I believe the meaning is far more profound than that. It is someone who engages in the wisdom that surrounds them, expands their perspective, and seeks the opportunity to learn, observe, and evolve from all the situations that present itself. We have all become students of this very special circumstance. Now is the time to develop awareness of the essence flowing in all things and explore what truly is the nature of us as graduates. I can admit, there are parts of myself that have enjoyed the silence and solitude of quarantine. It was somewhat refreshing waking up each day with the present moment being my only obligation. At the center of such chaos, life was on pause. I simultaneously had to hold myself accountable to discover ease in a time where every day felt consumed by an environment of manageable repetition. Although I deeply yearned for things to improve, I had nothing but time to prioritize life's elements that actually produced even the smallest fragments of joy for me. I allowed myself to focus on the things that elated my spirit and catered to discovering my purpose. That can feel unusual for anyone, but especially a high school senior. I felt my time running out before, and then in the blink of an eye, everything changed. Sometimes us humans can make plans for the future, and the universe laughs right in our faces. There are so many expectations of what we should pursue once we all officially leave this place, and they most likely fall under the umbrella of higher education. What many fail to acknowledge is the idea that, although we are taught to learn from an institution, you do not always have to attend one to learn. Learning is infinite, eternal, lifelong. We can't assume that once we've completed school, we've completed learning. And why should we? At times, I think of us students as the black hole in a classroom, absorbing everything without allowing any of our own light to escape. Now grants us the time to reflect not only on what we want, but also what we need. Ask yourself, what's important to you? What gives your life meaning? And are you placing anyone's desires above your own? Really listen to yourself. We've been through a lot this year. Exist in the moment and do what's best for you. If you need a break, take that break. If you're ready to move on, go ahead and do so. I am so proud of us regardless. Let us work together to water our intellectual flower, cultivate our minds and our spirits, not only for society's approval, but rather for our own independent spirits. The basis of education is enrichment. It lies in the root word educe, which means to bring out our brilliance, our genius, and our excellence. Education is the world. It is our experiences. It is the act of both listening and observing. It cannot be confined within four walls or the power of our computer screens. I remember myself as a freshman, thinking about what life would be like in 4 years and succumbing under the pressure of how I felt I needed to navigate after that. During my time here, if it wasn't for the Marcuses, Lisas, Calebs, Matts, etc., I don't know where I'd be. They assisted in making this journey of mine far more bearable. Life will eventually take its course, so let's make every waking breath one of tenacity, diligence, and purpose because of our circumstances, not in spite of them. We may have missed out on some memories this year, but I promise you they won't be our last. Class of 2020, we did it. I am so proud of us. The sky is not the limit for us. It is only the beginning. Thank you.